Hello, so today I want to show you a couple of things about participants and some new security settings that are available in your Zoom meeting space. So first I wanted to show you that you can click on the participants panel and you can see if you have participants in your meeting space. A nice feature that I have found is that you can merge this list into your meeting window. If you wanted to separate this back out, you can click on this little drop down here and choose pop out, and it'll bring it back out into a separate window. That allows you to see all these other features for inviting, muting, and a couple others. One of the new security features is that you can enable waiting rooms. So I can enable waiting rooms, and then if I wanted to, I can actually remove participants from my meeting space. If the users re-enter the meeting space after the waiting room has been turned on, they will not have access to the meeting space until you admit them. As users re-enter, you'll hear that little dinging noise. If you find that kind of annoying, you can click on the More drop-down list here, and you can disable the play sound when someone joins or leaves the meeting. That's always nice. It's just a toggle, so now it's unselected. If you want to turn it back on, you can turn that on at any point in time. A couple other new features in the security windows are being able to lock the meeting. So now that I've locked the meeting, if a user exits the meeting, they would not be able to re-enter it. Some additional settings that are now available as part of the security button are the ability to allow students to share their screen. In the past, this was available by default. Now, if a student tries to click share screen, it will tell them that this feature is no longer available, that they will have to request permission. To turn this on for your students, you can click on security and click share screen. Under security, you'll also see that there are some additional features. Students can rename themselves, unmute themselves, chat, and then you can report users as well if you find that you have a Zoom bomber in your room. These new security features should prevent Zoom bombers from joining your meeting space. Clemson requests that you either enable waiting rooms on your Zoom rooms or a passcode to prevent Zoom bombers from being able to take over your meeting space. This is a new security requirement. You can also put a student in the waiting room at any point in time, simply by clicking on the More button next to their name and choosing Put in Waiting Room. If you have waiting rooms turned on in your meeting space by default, then you can use this to monitor who comes into the meeting space. This is a great option if you're using Zoom for virtual office hours. You can admit the student who is scheduled to meet with you and leave the others in the Zoom waiting room until it's time for you to meet with them. If this is for a class, you can wait until the majority of your class enters the meeting space, and then you can click Admit All. If you're having problems with students' microphones not being muted, you can choose to mute all as well. From the participants panel, if you click More, you may want to make sure that you allow participants to unmute themselves. If you have this disabled, then if you mute all participants, you may not get any feedback from your students because they cannot unmute themselves. You can also ask all students to unmute themselves. There are a couple of different ways you can engage your students in some instantaneous polling options. The first is through the participants pod. You can ask a simple yes or no type question. You can ask if we are going too fast or going too slow. And then students can also use reactions here to tell you whether they like something, giving you applause, a thumbs up, a heart, laughing out loud, kind of a shocked moment, or an oh, or a celebration type moment. The reaction will show up next to their video in the window. In the older release of Zoom, only 2 reactions were available, thumbs up or applause. In the newer version that's just become available, you now have a heart and a couple other emojis.